Made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
On the set.
Check, 59. Cut.
Check, go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or.
You got
X3. New 18, chop it.
You got block, man. Switch. Check three.
5.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is fielded at the 7. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Philadelphia.
Here we go. Waiting.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Right.
Wentz now on 1st down. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jones throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Jones looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Albert Rosas on to the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey, forward, Tokyo.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
Hey, do.
58, right over there.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Topper. Get it.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Gallman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Ready up.
53, Mike. And let's get in that holes.
Now Jones. Off play action. That's complete to Gallman. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
They'll run with Sanders. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now. Fielded about a yard deep.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. A solid stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
I'm coming.
Sunday.
Mike, 53, Mike. Watch the slant.
Hey, orbit. 53.
Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go. 180. Kill.
I got one. 58 for Mike, 58.
Hey, seam 6.
And 58 is the Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Wentz now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Again, it's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Giants 9.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Jones now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cravon will block with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. 20!
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Cravon will block with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running right. Here's Sanders. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. Zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. This is Gallman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for two. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, T. Here I come.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
On the double. 53, check 53. I'm coming.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Nice, sweetheart.
2nd and 3. That's complete to Slayton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's just me and you.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Waiting!
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
Please find Tim.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And an alley to run. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Jones operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Another run here with Sanders. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
I got you, boy.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
That's
Son, waiting.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st down, Turner. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good job, D.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, it's a rare peak in a season of valleys as they move to 3-12 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, well, this loss means they'll have one more shot to avoid the dreaded 0-16. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that word and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience.